I spent an entire month trying to figure out how to turn 2000s camcorder tapes into digital, and I finally found a way to do it myself. Now, I could have just looked up camcorder to digital near me and paid a local business to do it at around $20 a tape, but I had a lot of tapes and I wanted to save money, and most importantly, I wanted to start using this camcorder again to record fun new memories. So in this video, I'm going to show you my full process for digitizing these tapes by myself, so that I could help someone else who's trying to do the same thing, and also so I remember how to do this again. The main product that I'm going to be using is the VidBox Conversion Suite. I do recommend that you watch this full video before buying this product, because there were some hacks that I had to apply to it to get it to work with my camcorder that may be useful to you if you encounter similar issues. So let's get started. The first step is to get the camcorder to turn on. The MiniDV tapes need to be played on something. We need something to spin those tapes. So we'll use the camcorder as the player to play back the MiniDV tapes so we can transfer the footage to our computer. When I first found this 2002 Canon ZR-40 tucked away in my family's boxes, I couldn't turn it on. I figured out that the big battery attached to it was chargeable, but I couldn't find the charger. So I bought a $7 charger from eBay and waited for it to get here to see if it would work. Luckily, after charging the old battery, it still worked and the device powered on. So if you have problems turning on your old camcorder, try ruling out the battery first. After you confirm that you can use your camcorder as a player, you need a way to connect the camcorder to your computer, and you need a software that will process this conversion. That's where the VidBox Video Conversion Suite comes in. It includes a license for the VidBox software, and it includes cables that connect the camcorder to your computer. Though I did need 2 additional cables on top of what came with the box, which I'll go over in a minute. The VidBox Conversion Suite comes in 3 versions. One is for both Mac and Windows. The other 2 are only for Mac or only for Windows. The single system options are slightly cheaper, so if you know you're only going to be using this from a Mac, you might as well go with that one. When you get the VidBox, this is what it comes with. The VidBox converter is the white box in the middle. It's going to be the middleman between your camcorder and your computer, and the 2 cables pictured are both going to connect to the VidBox on one of their ends. The black cable is a USB cable. One side goes into the VidBox, and the other goes into your computer. The side that goes into your computer is a classic USB 2. If your computer doesn't have a port that accepts that, you'll need an adapter. I already had an Apple adapter, so I just used that to connect the black cable to my computer. If you need one of those, you can get them for under $10. The colorful cable on the left is an RCA audio-visual cable. The connection is supposed to look like this, where one side goes into the VidBox and the other side goes into your camcorder. But for me, for some reason, the white and yellow RCA cable did not fit in my matching camcorder ports. So I had to do something like this instead, where I was only able to use one of the RCA cables to capture audio, and then I had to buy an additional S-video cord to send video signals to the VidBox. I'll go over this again when I show you how I'm actually setting up the cables. On the top right is the software download card. It has the link for downloading the software that will allow you to convert and save the tapes, and it gives you a key to activate your license for it. So let me show you how all of this comes together. The first thing I do is connect the USB cable to the VidBox and then to my computer using an Apple adapter. Now, on the left side of the VidBox, I plug in my S cord, which is an additional cord I had to buy to get the VidBox to work with my camcorder. I wish the VidBox came with it by default, but if you can plug in all 3 of those colorful AV cables into your camcorder without a problem, you may not need to get this. If your camcorder is compatible with all 3 of those colorful cables, you can just do the setup above. Though if you find that the ports on your camcorder don't fit, or the video doesn't display once we open the software, you're going to need to get this S-video cord too. My camcorder had a hidden component that pops out where I plugged in the S-video cord, and then the other end went into the VidBox. Now, the last cable part is connecting those AV cables. Like I said, you may be able to plug all 3 into your camcorder and into the VidBox, and you can avoid getting the S-video cord. But for me, I had the S-video cord plugged in to send video, and then I used the red cable to send audio. The thing is, I found that the red cable only picked up audio if I had it in the yellow port on the camcorder side, and it needed to be plugged in only halfway for the audio to actually be read. If this is confusing, don't worry. You'll be able to see if your setup is working or not based on if you have video and audio showing up on your computer. So let me show you how to set up the software, and I'll show you how I troubleshooted the audio. So now, if you're not familiar with the camcorder, let me just show you how I change out the tapes in my camcorder. With my camcorder on, I lay it flat and I toggle the eject switch on the bottom. Then I lift up the cover all the way and I don't do anything else. The camcorder ejects the tape that was already in it by itself. Then I can take it out and I put in my new tape. and I just push down on the tape cover, and after that I don't touch it and I let it retract the tape itself. After that, I can close the main cover of the compartment. Now enter playback mode on your camcorder and make sure the tape is fully rewinded so that when we set up the software, we can just click play and let it run all the way through. So after you install the software from the link on the paper the VidBox came with and entered your unique license key, this is the first screen you're going to see. We're doing video mode, and then on step 2, we select camcorder. On step 3, the connection type, you can either select RCA composite if you're using those 3 colorful RCA cables and they successfully fit into your camcorder, or S-Video, which is the additional $7 cable I had to buy because the RCA cables were not working with my camcorder, so I'm selecting S-Video. Step 4 is the record length and the save location. I would recommend overshooting the video length so that you can just trim it down later or manually stop it when it's done, instead of having to record multiple files of the same tape if your duration is too short. Then you can pick a title for the video and an aspect ratio. Now, when you press play on your camcorder, the screen should turn from black to whatever is on the camcorder, and the record button should be enabled. Before you click record, I recommend confirming if the audio is working. You'll be able to tell if the audio is transmitting because you'll see the volume bars moving on your screen. So for me, the red cable didn't pick up the volume when it was fully plugged in to the yellow audio port. It only worked when it was halfway inserted. And that's it. After that, I just let the tape play all the way through and repeat the process for more tapes. I'll add all the products mentioned in the description below. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you have fun with your camcorder.